Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Another episode of my repairs video. I know it's been a while when I made another video for y'all. I've been working on different project. In today's episode is gonna be very important video. So y'all just gonna have to watch this from the beginning to the end. In my last video posted for y'all to say is if you got scooter that you having some battery issues, like you got scooter, you forgot to charge it, you went on holiday, or you just got the scooter just like won't charge. We got a lot of these scooters, like a lot of problems scooters, like it doesn't matter what model scooter you got, you know what I mean? It could be any scooter, anything that does with lithium ion battery, motors and controllers that get it, the wheel spin. That's Devon's scooter. It could happen to any of that. So what happened really is, I'm just gonna go straight to that. What happened really is, if you got a scooter like this, don't get scared about all this. And I just opened this just for for the purpose of educational tips that I'm gonna give you all today. So when you have scooter like this, usually you got a charger that goes in. So I'm just gonna show this. So if I take this out here and put this one right here, so you got a charger just like that, and this charger is already plugged in. All these things is not disconnected. I just take them out. They're all connected, to where it's supposed to be, so we're not gonna have any problem. So you got scooter like this, and you put your charge on. Yeah, you see it makes noise already, so that because the alarm is triggered. So you see that there? The light is green. You're not supposed to be getting that. You're supposed to be getting a full red, light, solid red light, not blinking one. Now I'm just gonna take my key and take the alarm off. Then we see what happens. Okay, right. So now I put this back to the normal working way. And if you see what's happening, let me just put it light off. Then we see what happened. So you could see, in there that you see that the scooter is from the charge, but it's not charging. What is happening now is that it's sending power through, voltage through to the battery, but the BSM, which I'm just going to show you all right now what the BSM look like or what it does, with your scooter system. You see that the blinking is not charging, so this scooter is not charging. And then in my other video, I did say, the only way sometimes if you don't want to go up to all these things, like, taking all this out, maybe you're not experienced, you're gonna have to, get the deck off. If you got this type of scooter, you're gonna have to take this one out. You get to the screw, get this one out, carefully without, damaging anything, and you got to the real thing, then you get this battery out. So it's kind of a lot of work, you know what I mean? A lot of people might not have this experience, so you got somebody that just want to ride a scooter, they got this problem, and go scared. It's not point to get scared right here. I'm just teach you how to go about the whole thing. So in the other video, I said that the best way to do is you could come up here and actually put your scooter on. When you put your scooter on, you can see that battery is really dead. Let me focus this a little bit so you can see it. Battery is really dead. Now, if you look at that, when we go again, I'm just going to put it light off. You see that the blinking is now much faster than when the scooter was off. When the scooter was off, you're just blinking like, maybe every 3 seconds, one blink, or every 2 seconds. I don't know what it is, but you can compare that this is much faster. So this can make your scooter, charge as well. But then what happened is, because this system is designed the way that it's not going to stay on for a very long time, you know what I mean? It will just stay on, and within maybe a minute or so, or 2-3 minutes, this will automatically go off. So that means you're gonna have to, constantly come in and put it on, put it off, put it on. It's not gonna help you. So the other way to get our battery keep charging is if you actually leave your light system on like this, as the light is there, doing all this blinking thing or whatever it is there, you might actually, get the if you look right now, you see that it's much faster again. So this is the fastest. We got intermediate and we got the first one is a bit slow. But this again is gonna take very long time, to get your scooter charged. So what I'm trying to do now, what I find out is, if you got, you don't need to have big experience just about how to take your scooter deck off. You got all these holes here that got some Allen bolt in. Talking about this kind of bolt. There's an Allen bolt there. So if you got this Allen bolt, you take them off, you're gonna be able to, take the deck off. If you watch some of my, repair videos, I already, show you how to take your deck off. So it's not gonna be something I'm gonna be, talking about it to make the video too long. Cause my videos, as much as I want to keep it too short, there's too much information pass around to you, so you're just gonna bear with me because I'm doing a video to help you. You know what I mean? So for me to be able to help you, I'm gonna have to give you all the information you need. So if you're able to take all your deck off and everything is this way, what you're gonna have to do is carefully, this gonna be like this. So you can see it like right now, like, the way I carry, this gonna be like this. You need to keep this information in case if you need to find some information about, what sort of, like, maybe a recharge, a bigger battery booster, you want to buy to maybe recharge your battery again in a different way that I'm going to teach you all right now. You're going to have to make sure that you keep this information, you don't cut through it. So you can just cut like kind of like zigzag this way to get, up to this way. Another best way that people do this, which is good, but if you finish your job and you're gonna pull this back and you're not careful, and then you cut, like, people usually just cut straight line through around this place and then go right in there, and then they could just take the whole top off. But when you put it back, you're gonna be able to make sure that this is watertight. Because what's gonna happen is, if you pull this back after you got your job done and pull this back and it's not watertight, when you ride in, this keeps spinning water, and the water find any way to get in and get on this, it will slide through that place that go down there. You got your BSM, which is right here. The BSM is the battery system management. Well, I mean, this is one of manage the battery voltage in and out, whatever. It's not anything big. If you got any water on top of this battery, because this battery that's set up, if you look at it, you just go pull this. Okay, if you look at it, you see these batteries, they all set up positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. If you look at it, you see that, some places that is a bit up, then the other one is a bit down, and you look at it like this. So it's all set up like that. Another way you could see that, you can see that this more like silver, but this is more like a little bit black. You got a silver, then you got a black. So it's just like, it's not like, even though they're all the same, pinky or purple color, whatever color this is, pink or whatever it is, you see that on this row here, it's all about shiny silver area. But when you come to this row, the metal connectors are a bit silver, but the battery itself is a bit, a bit dark. So that's how you go positive, negative, positive, negative. So this is how it works. So the new system that I find out the best way to do this is, a lot of people, if you take it to, specialists that does, the battery revival thing, they got all these machines set up, like, can, increase the voltage. This battery is a 60 volt, 30 amps battery. So they're going to make sure that they put in the voltage required by the battery, but then they increase the amperage. So that way the battery, will receive, all the more than required for them to charge. Because what is with this battery is, these scooters are made in a way that, when you charge the battery, each cells need to charge with the maximum capacity, and it goes to the nail cell, go to the nail cell. And then this BSM here, works in a way to make sure that most of the batteries retain its voltage without going below certain voltage. If the battery is going to go below certain voltage, this BSM will cut the usage, the power output from the battery not to, go below that voltage. And somebody might ask them, why are we doing this right now? The BSM is working, it should be, but sometimes, it works, but still your battery, you can have a faulty battery over the time, and it can just drain below. If you got too many cells below the certain voltage, your battery is not going to charge. Now, how do we revive this battery? So the first thing we do when we open our scooter, we're going to make sure that, we carefully pull all the cables out without, you're going to have to be very careful, because these cables are very essential. You put them on and you go trace, you got 2 charging ports. If you go there, you got one here. If I open this, that's one charging port there. You got another charging port. That's for this scooter. So what it does is it make the battery charge a bit faster, you know what I mean? So if you're doing this, you're gonna have to go back and trace this line into that, and say you got 2 wires that go to that charging port. You can see here, you trace all the way down, it goes to one of the charging ports. And then you're gonna look for similar wire. You see that there's another one just right there. If you trace the wires, it goes to that area. That's another charging port. So what you're going to do is, these wires are black and white, which means that you got, live and neutral, or power neutral, whatever you're going to call it. It's just like one of them is live and one of them is neutral. So you're going to trade this battery, this cable. And then the best way is, some of the scooters actually use different weight. If you got different, color, cables in the scooter, they make it this way. If you look, there's another black cable. This black is very thick. And this black is actually, the motor cable that run from that motor and come all the way to your controllers. And then you see here again, you got another black one as well. But then what it does is that this, you can see right here, that this is a black cable, which actually goes to the battery. So you got a small one and you got this. So what happens when you charge your scooter and the power runs in, it runs in, go to the controller, then it goes into the actual battery, and then the battery, keep charging. But if you trace the actual, charging port cable, which is the soft one right here, you can see that it goes through this sticky sealant here and into the battery area. And if we trace like, this one here, if we trace this one, it comes out right here. You remember that we got two of these charging ports. This is one, it's all black and red. And we got the other one, which is just under the, if I put that one under as well, which is also black and red. So you got black, which is gonna be usually your negative terminal, or the neutral. And then you got a red one's gonna be your positive terminal. So if you trace it, you can see that we got one black one connected to the battery row terminal here. Then you go set on the black one, but then when the black one goes, you get connected to the red things here. Don't worry about it. The red thing, it doesn't mean as a positive. It just means that when they do, you could see that it's been joined here. So when they did it, they just pour, a split on another wire. Maybe this wire might be too short to read there, so they just join in there and put that there. So all these both terminals here are your negative terminals. Then when you go around here, you're gonna see that. So what it does is your power actually goes, to the BSM, which I don't want to move out because there's no point of me moving the BSM to do, whatever I want to show you all here. So you're just going to set it. So the voltage goes straight into the BSM, split up out of it to the controller. Then it goes from the the BSM into the battery. So the BSM monitor how much voltage is coming from, the outlet into the battery to make sure the battery is now overcharged. The current flowing through the voltage coming into the battery is maintained on the same voltage throughout the cells. So you look on this wire, you're going to see that we got like, 4 red wires. But then you're going to say that, in the actual, charging port, you only got, 2 charging ports, each having red wires. So why are we having 4 red wires? And the reason being is that you got another wire which actually connect the BSM to the controller, which is the red one right here. This one goes this, it is a battery, and you could see that. And this, when you open this, the side here goes with the battery, and then the side here goes to the controller. So you got one of this and you got 2 controllers. So you got one controller here, you got one controller. And those controllers, they all have like this controller as well, you can see, red and black. And you go to this one, red and black. So the black here on the controller is still going to go to the BSM and then pick up from the BSM to go to the button. The red one, what they did was, because the controller is going to have the battery voltage coming to the controller to give that kind of like, to regulate that voltage and turn into current to give to the motors. So you're going to see from here that when you have your 2 wires, the black and the red one, you got a black one which comes here from the same port. The black one goes to the BSM. And then the best way as well, if your scooter is made properly like the way this one is, it's straightforward. You can see that right here. You can see that the red are now the same diameter. You can see that this one is a bigger red. This one is a bigger red, but then this one is smaller red. So if you look at a smaller red, you see that the 2 smaller red, they go straight to one area. If I leave this one up, you can see that, see the two smaller red, they're in here together. They're not separate. But then the bigger red, you can see the bigger red. One of the bigger red is run all the way. It goes to this side, and another one go to that side. So what's happening is The two smaller ones are the one from, the charging port. So if you're charging your scooter from one port, you got a negative side, one coming to this side, and you got a positive side, one coming to this side. Even though they are soldered together, but it's only supplying the power is just going through one of the cable to that side. If you're using the two, you're going to have power going to this side from the negative side of that port. The second port, another negative side of that port, and the positive side is going to be one coming to that and the second one coming to that. Now, what I say all this is, if you don't know these wires, that if you don't trace it properly, you want to just follow what method I'm trying to teach you how to revive your battery, then you're going to either maybe blow the battery or actually, short circuit the battery. You might actually damage the battery. That's what I'm saying all this, you know what I mean? So now we know that if we want to charge this through the port, we're having a problem. We're having a problem where we're not able to, get a charge flow quicker to get this battery working. So what I find out is, I got this multimeter, which you don't need to get this, but from this multimeter, there are these what we call crocodile, crocodile alligator mouth style, clip. So even if you don't have the multimeter, I only have it here, so when I was checking the battery, I was checking the voltage. But if you don't have it, you can just go to the shop, just get it. That's all you need for this video. You just get this alligator clip, crocodile mouth, clip or something. This how it is. Let me just focus that. So this how it is. So you get two of that. Then what we're gonna do is make sure your power switch off from the where you plug your voltage, the charger, or maybe just remove it completely so you don't damage anything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you yours. So this, somebody might be like, the way the charge, the 3-pin charger work, like you got the first one, which is usually the F, there's nothing there. Then you got your life and the neutral. So somebody gonna be like, oh yeah, that way the same way you got your, your F there, the life and neutral, but with this charger, it's a bit funny, doesn't work like that, you know what I mean? So you got one of you're gonna have to use so if you look closely, I don't know if you all can see, it's actually numbered on it. You got about 1, 2, and 3. So you want to use 1 and 2. You want to use 1 and 2. So we're going to use this one and that one. The top one is going to be your neutral, and the down one there is going to be your actual life or the actual load. Sometimes it can be, in a different way that you might actually, get the first one to be your load and that one, but you're going to be using this tool here. It's not this two at the bottom. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to put a phone somewhere where y'all can see carefully. Let me see if I can just put a phone here. Now, hopefully it's not out of focus now. Okay. So we're going to take the red one, which is this one right here. So what I do sometimes, I just do this. And then inside, as we say, remember what we say on this, we said that we're dealing with this and that, not these two, or something that could be this and this. So we're gonna put a red one, you push it all the way in and let it clip, like you just want the mouth to touch that. And we take the black one as well. You open it, you're gonna put it all the way right to the bottom one. So we do it. So when you hold it this way, when you hold it this way, we're doing the top and the left bottom. Okay. Then what we're gonna do is, okay, now that this is in there, I'm just gonna come and show you all. I need to keep this plastic on flapping over. Okay. So we're gonna put it safely here, not on any metal. Keep it away from any metal because we don't want no short circuiting. So we put it somewhere away from that controller. Maybe just, I prefer that it's hanging somewhere here, you know what I mean? So that way it doesn't, short circuit anything. Then we're going to go to this side. So we take our black one. We can either hook it on this one or that one. So again, you alligator, you open it and you hook it on that one. And you set it on the black one. And we're going to take this one. We take this one. Remember that we said that the two smaller wires are the one that go into the actual charging. Sometimes what you can do also is that if you look at this properly, you see that they're all on the same line. You're going to be like, well, it doesn't matter if I put it on this, but the current going to flow on the same line. If I put it on this side, but remember the current is flowing through the same thing, but we're dealing with, look, that's the back. You see, this is the silver side of it. So this is all your negative side, and we see there's a positive side. So we're going to put this on the small one there. Yeah, if you hold, let's say if you hold it, we're going to pull our power out. So let's see. So it looks like it's now connected properly. Just be careful when you do it. When you do it, you make sure that, okay, I'm just gonna put a light and check the light. So the power, so it's not connected properly. So we're gonna see again. So it look like, you know, let's just go back and see this. So what will happen is, like I said before, that pin there is gonna be the top, either the right bottom or the left bottom. So if we go back to the pin, we see what the top is. So we got it. So the top one, so we do the top, so we do the top, that's the top one there. So let's see. If it does, so that means we're gonna put this one right here. We're gonna put this. It's very difficult, you know, to see in the that there's a loop at the bottom. If you look at it, loop at the bottom. Yeah, so you see that click, so that means it's going the wrong way. So you hear that, that's what we don't want. We don't want that click. Because when you click that, you're gonna blow something. So what we do is, again, we go to this one right here, and then we put a switch off, and we go to this one right here. Sometimes it's like this, but you just gonna have, so instead we're not getting that. We're not getting that, so put that one on the top one, and we're gonna go on the bottom. It's one of them because it's just only labeled 1 and 2. So most of the charges are labeled in different ways. So if we say that, so now that we put this one in, so you're gonna have the red one in the top. So remember on the 3-pin system of your plugs that go in the socket. So I'm just gonna take the phone and show you all this way. Flipping. So in the 3-pin system that we have, we said that we got your, you know, there's a pin there, there's a pin there, there's a pin there. We said this one here is the F. You got your load and neutral, or load and neutral, depending on you turn it, what you're going to see. So in the same, in this one, when you hold your charger, there's a small groove at the bottom. That's what allow you to push your charger, your charging cable into that charger socket. So that groove is supposed to be at the bottom. And then the very top one, now is going to be your life. And then you're going to have on the left side, you're going to have your black one. So when you do that and you connect your cable, your terminals, like I said before in the video, that one, and you put the other one on the other side. When we put a light out now, you see that it's all red blinking now. It's not blinking before. Remember when we put into the actual port, we getting blinking on green, red, and now for the stage one, the star one, that is start blinking green and red, but a little bit faster than the first one. Then when we put it again, we put a light on, then it blink kind of like green and red, but a little bit faster than, you know, it's the fastest of all. But then the green is showing now means that the voltage goes in, the BSM card voltage, the voltage drawback and go in. So that is going to take very, very long time to get a battery charge, you know what I'm saying? But if you look at this one, right now, you could say that, you know, we got this. We got a constant red blinking. Now, the reason why the red is blinking is because the battery is very, very low. Like we see on the instrument cluster, when we put it on first, you can see that the battery, there's no voltage out on the battery, and the battery symbol on the instrument cluster or the LCD display of the accelerator, you know, instrument keep, you know, blinking. That means that the battery is totally low, which is not good for battery to be like that. But when you do this, you're going to say that your scooter go charge. It's gonna take few hours. But you do this, you're gonna say that your scooter go in charge, and then you can, just get it back to working order and start, doing your riding again. What I would advise though is now when you're doing this and you finish the job, you're gonna have to I carry in a way that I still have some of the protection, back, but you're gonna find, a heat resistant waterproof protection and cover the top right up to the side. So what I mean is you could find some of this that's heat resistant, because when the battery is hot, when you're using the scooter, these cells get very hot. So you don't want to put just a thin plastic that is just going melt and then start. You don't want to put something like this on that. It's not good. It's just gonna matter when this battery get hot. So you're gonna find something that is heat resistant like this one, and it's also waterproof. You put it on and then you tape it right from the middle. Don't just tape it on the edge. If you tape it on the edge, water can still get in. But if you tape it on the middle, the temperature of water, going there and come all the way up and go in is very low. So that you actually, protecting the battery from moisture ingress into the battery area than if you do it that way. So you finish order and then you go to go. So this is a quick video to show you all how to revive your battery. If your battery actually just went, dead, that you're not able to ride your scooter anymore, the battery is not charging, well, there's an easy fix to fill the battery. If you can do yourself, but if you cannot do it, then you might have to take it to, the people that do the battery revive it. They got all these machines there that they connect your battery. The only problem is going to be, expensive on your area. If you got the money, you ain't got no problem. But if you don't got the money, then you got problem, because you go in and they're going to charge you for all. And some of them, they're actually very tricky. They might actually say to you that, oh, the battery is dead, the battery is not reliable, you need to buy a new. So if you go to some of those places that sells, new battery, they're gonna rip you off and make you buy a new battery from them, where they're gonna just fix your battery and probably sell it as second hand, or maybe even wrap a new one and sell it new again. So this is a quick tip to save you all from, getting robbed by those, repair shops, and then you can get your scooter back working. So again, thanks to you all for subscribing to my channel. This is a great channel where you're going to learn a lot of stuff about not just scooter, but I got so many videos in it. And over the years or the months that we all been together as family on this channel, we've been, learning a lot of stuff, helping a lot of people, saving, thousands of pounds, dollars, whatever you are in the world, to make sure that they fix their own scooter in the best way and then keep the scooter going. So you all like my video, share my video, get more people to subscribe to the channel. Let's grow the channel together. And that way we can get more product on the channel and do the testing in other areas. Because for now, I've just been using my own personal scooters, when I have issues. And then also I do repairs for other people. Sometimes, I made those videos, but there are so many videos that I could be making for you all, but we need a product on the channel. So this is how we going go with this channel. So y'all keep liking my videos, subscribe to the channel, and then share that video to my next video. Peace, and y'all take care of yourself. I'm out now.